Formula C B final, and the man who wins this, of course, goes on to the back row of the grid for the A final. They've all got everything to go for, and the weather here today, it's currently raining, as you can see. The weather today has played havoc with the normal form for these drivers. Just look at that, number 73, the man nearest to your screen there in the Mini, that's Russ Reader, and in the past we've been so used to seeing Russ Reader in there on the front of the grid of the A final, but at the moment he's down on the front row of the grid for the B final. Number 146, Pete Marsden, is also in there, and completing the front row on the far side of your screen, John Turner, 711. Second row, it's Gary Smith in the Samba, then Ron Wright, Ian Sandwith, Tim Milner, Steve Wardle, Andrew Johnson there. Ian Becky's out because he's blown the transmission, and as they go away, we wait to see who makes the best start. It looks like the Mini from here, and of course, is he going to hold it? Well, I thought we'd best sit there and enjoy that as it happened, because there was no way we were going to keep up with the action. There is Gary Smith, he's out, so is number 35, Steve Wardle. We've lost somebody else at the back there. It looks like Tim Milner, 108, but in the lead, 73. Second place, John Turner. Third place, a man who... And Turner, oh dear, Turner loses it all. Ian Sandwith runs into the side of him. I was just about to say that Ian Sandwith is the man who's had terrible luck today. He's normally in there in the A final. Well, 73 now. Russ Reader appears to be in second place. I think it was Peter Marsden who managed to make the best of that lot, and in the lead it should be Peter Marsden, 146 in the Metro. We'll confirm that. Very difficult to pick out some of these white cars, but they're about to come past us now. Yes, it's 146, Pete Marsden in the lead as he goes over to complete his opening lap. He's certainly kept well out of trouble. He's got a clear screen. Don't forget, this is the Formula C B final. A lot of unexpected names down in this B final at the moment. I think really, Steve, it's a case of how well you can drive in the wet today.
Yes, I think it is, Bill. Avoid the spinning cars in front of you by the look of it.
Well, talking of spinning cars, there are 4 or 5 cars out there on the circuit stranded. I'm just looking to see if there's anybody still going, apart from this man, Pete Marsden, and Russ Reader. Russ Reader is almost half a lap behind now, so Marsden is really going.
I think Russ Reader has got to consider himself very lucky to be still in the running, though, Bill. It was actually Russ who went sideways on the run down to the first corner. I suppose you could say Russ started all the action that followed behind, so he's got to consider himself very fortunate still to be in it.
Yes, well, let's just consider that as they went off the start line. Reader got completely crossed up as they went into Spa Corner, and of course that affected John Turner. John Turner hit the brakes thinking that Reader was going to spin. He then started to go off, and then it all went wrong. We had Gary Smith, Steve Wardle, 35, going off, and Till Milner. That is how half the field were taken out of the race. Well, we've still got somebody else running. That's Andrew Johnson. So, as Marsden, Peter Marsden has gone through, he is exactly half a lap away. As you see Marsden now, the man in second place, 73, Russ Reader, went past the start-finish line. But look at the way that Marsden is throwing this car about, and it really does say something for his driving, doesn't it?
Yes, it's tremendous car control in these conditions to keep that Metro pointed in the right direction.
Well, he's a local driver from Thirsk, and in that case I should say he's probably used to these sort of conditions. We have to admit that this is not untypical for Croft, having this sort of weather, and Marsden completes another lap. Let's just hope that he holds it all on the island. He'll be absolutely furious with himself if he throws this one away. And as we watch Marsden, it should be possible to pick up Russ Reader, because Marsden now is just about to go through Checkers Corner. There is Russ Reader at the very opposite end of the circuit, and closing on him, Andrew Johnson. You just saw a quick glimpse there of Andrew Johnson closing on Reader. Now, I wonder what the problem could be, Steve, because Reader is going very slow. Do you think it's visibility? It looks like it from here.
Yes, it could be. You can see his door open there. I wonder if he's just trying to lean out and see if he can see round the door rather than through the screen.
And there is Andrew Johnson, and in fact I think that Johnson has enough time in which to catch Russ Reader. Now we're trying to peer through the screen and see if that's exactly what Reader is doing. See if Reader is having problems in seeing out of the screen. Well, it's pretty misted up in there. He is actually, yes, I'm sure he's having trouble in seeing where he's going. Now then, let's see. Reader in second place. Peter Marsden well away in the Metro. There he is, Pete Marsden coming through. The checkered flag is ready for him on the next lap. He's starting his final lap now. These finals appear to be very long, but of course don't forget it's purely because of this bad weather. The times are very slow and the drivers of course treading very carefully. If Marsden wins this, he goes through onto the back row of the A final for Formula C, and then he's got it all to do again.
Yes, I wonder if he'll actually look forward to that prospect, Billy.
And there is 73 Russ Reader. Now where is Andrew Johnson? Andrew Johnson was closing on Russ Reader before. Russ Reader still has a lap and a bit to go, and again that door opening, and where is Johnson? There is Andrew Johnson. Now, can Andrew Johnson do anything about catching Reader? Can he in fact see Reader in front of him?
I think actually Andrew Johnson's got the same visibility problem. He almost didn't make the corner there at Chequers.
Well, we wait. There he is, the man who is about to take the checkered flag, and you can see there that he's virtually lapped everybody. He's coming through to take the checkered flag now. Peter Marsden, the man that wins the Formula C B final. He's now got to go back to the paddock, clean the car down, fill it up with petrol, and go out and do it all again in these atrocious conditions. And I'm sure he won't be too happy about doing that, but no doubt he'll be pleased at having won this race and the possibility of getting some more points in the Formula C A final. In second place, a long, long way behind, virtually a complete lap, it was Russ Reader, 73, and in third place, number 130, Andrew Johnson.